Sims.
And I'm Nicole Santarpia.
And welcome to another episode of Loyola Looks, your one-stop for fashion news at Loyola and around the world.
We hope you all had a great Valentine's Day and took some suggestions from our Valentine's Day date lookbook. But today we'll be talking about some of the celeb-filled fashion that's been going on throughout the past week, starting with the Grammys.
The 2012 Grammys showcased some of the best talent in music this year. The unfortunate death of musical legend Whitney Houston played a huge part in this year's show, and the sadness and grief of her passing was felt throughout the 3-hour period. LL Cool J opened with the show with a prayer for the late singer, and an incredibly touching rendition of I Will Always Love You was sung by Jennifer Hudson.
There was a wide array of performances with artists such as Bruce Springsteen, Chris Brown, Taylor Swift, Coldplay, and Rihanna. But the show also welcomed for the first time the techno genre, which played on and off throughout the night. A surprisingly entertaining duet was performed by the Foo Fighters and deadmau5, as well as Chris Brown and David Guetta.
So as always, our favorite part of the night is the hour before the actual show, the red carpet. And without shock, there were some outfits we absolutely adored, and others that left us questioning who the hell let them out of their house that night.
So we're taking a couple of minutes to go through some of the outfits that made our best and worst dress lists of the night. Starting with our best dress list, we have Rihanna, Kate Beckinsale, Juliana Rancic, Jennifer Hudson, Taylor Swift, Adele, Katy Perry, Carrie Underwood, and LL Cool J, along with Swiss Beats.
And now for our worst dress list, we have Fergie, Nicki Minaj, Sasha Gradiva, Robin, Lady Gaga, Bonnie McKee, Cyndi Lauper, and Bon Iver.
So we're going to pull up a few pictures of our favorite best dressed people of the night, starting with Carrie Underwood. She wore a fabulous Gomez Garcia white jeweled gown.
She looked so pretty.
Yes.
I thought she was the best dress of the night out of everyone.
Definitely. The open back was definitely one of my favorite features
Really
of her
nice.
outfit.
Just really classy and really great lines, and it just fits her body perfectly. So
Yes.
she's definitely the best of the best.
How
I
could
thought.
you not have something fit her
Yeah,
body so
exactly. Well,
perfectly?
exactly. So true.
All right, our next one is Dell. She is wearing Giorgio Armani, and she looked really nice. Although I gotta say, she does the same style dress.
She does,
everywhere
but the
she
thing
goes.
is, yeah, I thought she looked really nice, but obviously this is her signature color. She always wears black, but we do think she could have maybe, chose a little something different, but
Yeah.
obviously, this is her signature color. It's something she looks good in, so,
something different
well
with a
done.
3/4 sleeve too.
Yeah,
Nice
yeah.
every once in a while. All right, next we have Katy Perry. Oh, no, we don't.
That's Rihanna.
We have Rihanna, and she was wearing a fabulous Armani dress as well.
And she looked great.
Yeah.
This really fits her body so well, so well. So she has the drop back in the back as well, and she has the drop in the front. And, she just looked great, I thought.
Yeah. My only complaint, I guess, would be her hair. The 3-inch
Yeah.
roots on top were just not doing it for me. But
Yeah,
she did look fabulous in her dress.
she
so
did.
We'll
I
give her
agree.
that. And lastly, we have Swiss Beats, and he is wearing this fabulous velvet jacket by Tom Ford, and definitely really different and different color, but it works
But
for
it kind
him.
of fits his personality. That's kind of how he is. He's kind of out there and, not like a lot of the other artists. So I think it definitely fit, for who he is.
Yeah.
Definitely worked. So now for our worst dress list. So the first person we have is Bon Iver, and even though he was the best new artist, he probably should have dressed up a little bit more. We think this was kind of, little dressed down and just
Yeah.
just really not
good.
feeling it at all.
I've got to be honest, I think this is how bad car salesmen go to work. I mean, I've never seen, I don't know. I've never seen anyone show
not
up like
feeling
this,
it very
so.
well. I mean, I guess if it's first, I don't really know him as an artist that well, so maybe that's just how, he dresses all the time, or I don't know. I just was not feeling it.
I
Didn't
guess
really
it
like
works for him.
Yeah. All right. So the next person we have is Fergie, and she wore Jean Paul Gaultier, and this is just not something you wear to an award show. Maybe you can wear that going out on the town one night, but just wearing your lingerie to an award show is just a no. Just all around, it's just not a good look.
And that color,
Yeah.
that's an orange.
I mean, maybe if she wore a slip or something underneath, she could have potentially pulled it off, but I just
pushing it.
Yeah, I mean that's that is pushing a little bit, but
And
maybe in a different color and with a
the
slip
bright
underneath that
orange
could have worked.
with the gaudy gold hoops. I don't know.
Not
my cup of tea.
She was probably my worst dressed. Yeah.
Really?
Not really. Well, let's see our
no.
next one actually.
All right.
And so for our last worst dressed, we have Sasha Gradiva, who we don't even know who dressed her. No one's taking credit for this
I wouldn't put my name on
outfit.
that outfit.
Yeah, and I don't know. I just not really, you know, I don't even think it should be legal to be able to bring guns into an award show. It's just all around not a great look.
How could that be comfortable? I feel like it's probably
Yeah,
heavy too.
especially and for the person who's sharing an arm wrestler with her, it's probably not. You
Tough.
know?
It's
That's
like
a tough
view
thing.
obstruction too out there.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah,
Who
I don't
knows?
know.
I guess
knows?
when you're a celeb, you can get away with it.
And maybe that's what she's a Russian pop star, so maybe that's the way they
All the
dress in
rage.
Russia. Who knows?
We'll have to find out.
Yeah. So the next celeb-filled event that happened this week was the Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week, and it's hosted in New York City, and it's one of the biggest fashion events that designers and stylists look forward to all year long. And this is where the designers set the tone for what's in for the up-and-coming season.
Seeing as it just ended, we thought we would talk a little bit about what went on. At this point, we would like to ask our good friend Satya Rivers, who has some of the inside scoop, to join us to talk a little bit about the past week.
Now, we're both so jealous that you got to do it in Fashion Week this year. Can you tell our viewers a little bit exactly of what your job is and how you got to this point?
Sure. I work for Community NYC, which is a fashion professional agency based in New York, and they handle photographers, stylists, hairstylists, and makeup artists as the head of design for editorials, runway, and celebrities. And we got to go to Fashion Week and cover some of the shows and accompany our artists or our clients. And then we also got to do a little bit of casting with some of the models.
That's awesome.
Awesome. So what were your favorite shows that you got to attend?
My favorite show was Jenny Packham because it was a pretty well-publicized event. Angelina Jolie wears her a
Oh, I
lot.
thought you were going to say she was there.
Oh, no,
my
no.
God.
And also Kate Middleton wears her
Oh
a
my
lot.
God,
So
that's
that was
awesome.
really cool.
Yeah.
Dita Von Teese was there,
Oh
actually.
my God.
She's like a burlesque
So-
dancer.
Yeah. She's crazy.
And then I really liked that because it was like a lot of like gorgeous gowns
Right.
and
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always
really,
fun to see,
yeah.
I feel like. Those are, you know, when you go to fashion shows, obviously, it's theatrical type thing. You know, you want to see the stuff
Yeah.
that's really, that you're not going to see anywhere else. So I always feel like that's, you know, the fun stuff to see.
the
when you
drama
go
was
out.
great.
Mhm.
And then my second favorite show was probably Loaded and Dagger, and I've never really heard of him
Yeah,
before.
I've never heard of him either.
He's kind of like a youthful, kind of hipster-ish kind of men's designer. And Kellen Lutz from Twilight was there at that one, so we got to meet him, so that was really
man.
cool.
And you got great seats to the shows, didn't you?
Yeah, we got front or second row in every show, which
Oh
is
my
like
God.
That's
really
exciting.
So
cool.
you might be in like the paparazzi photos. When
Maybe,
they take
I'll have to
pictures,
check.
maybe, yeah, you have to check all those
We'll have to
newsstands.
seek her out in People
Yeah.
Magazine. So, about how many models are usually in each show?
There's traditionally around 30 to 40 looks for each show. Load and Dagger had 30 male models like running around backstage. They were really rambunctious. and
Yeah, how many
they were
outfits
fun.
did they each have?
They each had one for
Oh,
Load
it's-
and Dagger.
okay, so
yeah, it was
you
just
each
30
walked
looks.
at once.
Yep.
Okay.
30 male models. I want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, seriously.
They were fun. And then the next one I went to was Patrick Ervelt, and that was actually 30 looks as well, with I think 20 male models and 10
Okay.
female models. So that was
Right.
kind of interesting. I've never been to a show that integrated both before.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a lot of the same casting, so a lot of the same models from the first show or in the
nice.
second show, so that was nice.
That's awesome.
Jenny Packham had about 40 looks, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she had really
crazy.
gorgeous gowns, and then
Yeah.
they had a couple changes.
Right.
You were showing me
Okay.
pictures. Her work's
Yeah.
absolutely beautiful. Yeah.
You'll definitely see it on the red carpet, probably.
Yeah.
And a couple, like the
Is she
Oscars
more of
are
a
coming
newer
out.
designer, or is she?
She
She's
is.
been around,
She's
yeah.
come straight out of England.
Wow.
She's been around for maybe 3 or 4 years, and she kind of skyrocketed to fame after Kate
wow.
Middleton wore
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
so
one
that's
of
what
her
you were saying,
dresses.
where's her? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then after that, it was just
Everyone around the world
yeah.
sees her, so
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Best way to get your name out there
Yeah.
is pick a new
Princess
princess.
wear, yeah. Exactly.
So yeah, and the models they're really great. I mean, we know them a lot because we work with the same models a lot of the
Yeah.
time. And they have over like 4 shows they have to run to every day.
Oh, God.
And they're all under 20, so they're
Under
really
20?
they're nice.
Yeah, weren't you
Most of
saying
them,
like
yeah.
almost
Oh my
16?
God.
Yeah, a lot of the female models are from Eastern Europe and a lot of for
wow.
Europe. There's not really any. I'm not sure.
Not
There's
too
a
many
few
American?
American
Yeah,
girls.
yeah.
And they're all under 20.
That's
like
wow.
crazy.
they're all younger
Getting
than
started
me.
so
Yeah.
early. I'm jealous.
And
That's
the
awesome.
guys are like the guys are like literally just surfers that they found on the beach somewhere and they came and
And they just
started
all
their
look
fashion
really
week.
good.
Yeah, and they're like want to be scientists and like
Oh my
like
Wow,
firefighters.
look at that.
and
Just
they're
a
like,
side
"Yeah."
job, just a little side job.
why
Walking in
not?
New York
Exactly.
Fashion
It
Week.
really, yeah, it really is for them, kind of, because this is honestly just to beef up their portfolio. They're
Right.
not really, they're paid, but it's
Not that much.
not that much.
Yeah. Hey, I do it for a little bit. I do it for nothing.
Yeah,
if I can walk in a
seriously.
show.
Yeah, so it's really
That's
fun.
so great. Yeah.
Well, to see the rest of Satya's clips and photos, you can check out our website. They'll all be up there for you guys to enjoy. She got a lot of great stuff, so definitely, be sure to go check them out.
exactly.
So, how would you describe the, like an overarching theme, or what would you say about the new fall 2012 styles that are coming up?
Well, I think there's a lot of floor length like duster coats coming. I was able to kind of like pop my head into one of the Marc Jacobs shows, or really the fitting.
Oh my God.
Yeah, really the fitting. Again, it was just through the casting, the models were the
yeah.
same, so I was like,
Yeah.
I gotta give them something and just check it out.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of floor length coats, a lot of like utilitarian kind of police style stuff for
Oh, interesting.
Jeremy Lang and
See
people
how
like
that
that.
goes.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'll wear that.
yeah.
But,
And then for women, I don't know, a trend would definitely be, I think, eccentricity, kind of like there was a lot of pave, like mesh diamond things going on that was just like really glamour, and it kind of, I think it's kind of gone from kind of like ladylike to more like glam and kind of like more sexy.
I like that. I kinda like
any
that,
colors that you saw a lot of? Any new big color for the fall season?
Yeah.
I don't know. Fall's typically more grays and neutrals.
Yeah. I was more like the browns and the blacks.
Yeah, for most of the like sportswear designers.
Yeah.
But there were a few things like obviously Betsy Johnson is always going to have.
Oh
Crazy.
gosh,
Tons
her
of
color
change.
palette was
Yeah.
insane.
She had
crazy.
all over the place, all over the spectrum. And who else was really good?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm blanking. Let's see. Ooh.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
sorry.
We don't put the pressure on you. It's not a problem. We've got our own picks we want to go through later.
Yeah, and style.com has all the looks.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
right
Oh, I
away,
look
so.
every day. They
Yeah.
just update them all the time.
Jill and I are going to go through just a few of the shows that, we thought were pretty cool.
Some of our favorites.
Yeah, definitely.
So the first one that I really loved was Badgley Mishka, and I just thought all the outfits, they took their inspiration from the black and white film, and even though none of the outfits are really black and white, this one has black and white, but they took the colors that they think would be in black and white, and they had, a lot of platinum, a lot of rose, a lot of gold, and I really like how they did the hair. They have the kind of the high voltage socket kind of hair, and I thought the makeup was really cool.
It's very sophisticated. I like it.
But like Nicole said, all the outfits are really sophisticated, and I just thought, this is something that I would really like to see in the film.
I would wear this.
Yeah,
I definitely.
absolutely. And there's actually one more picture, the next one, but so this is kind of like the glamorous, like you were saying, Satya, how they're going to go for more of like a glamorous vibe, and I think it's really nice.
Yeah,
So.
and speaking of trends, actually Packham had the dark lip as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
And the inspiration from film noir
Yeah.
too. So
Yeah, that
So
seems to be
they
big
kind of
this
were
year,
inspired
the
by each
dark
other,
lip.
maybe.
So I do really like that. Those, that was one of my favorite shows that I saw so far.
All right, next, I was a really big fan of the Max Azria. It's kind of the Roman, like, Trojan warrior kind of gladiator, yes, look. I mean, I don't think I would wear like this dress, but I really appreciate the attention
No, you wouldn't wear
to
that
detail.
going out?
Well, you know what? I appreciate the attention to detail. I have to say,
Yeah.
the amount of work that must have gone into making these pieces, it's extraordinary.
Yeah.
So, I think I just appreciate the craftsmanship.
Maybe the dresses underneath, though. I think,
I
without, like
think
that
took off
cage
some of that
thing, that
stuff.
might be really nice, I think.
I really like this one.
Yeah.
No, so I mean, I thought the craftsmanship was just huge.
Yeah,
for me.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one we had was Alice and Olivia, and she didn't have one of the runway shows. She just had like a studio type fashion show, but she had, a lot of bright, bold colors, a lot of bold lines, and a lot of shapes, and I just, this is the type of thing that you wear when you want to, make everyone look at you, and, I just, exactly, statement
Make a
outfits.
statement.
Exactly. So I thought, just all the outfits were really well made and just had really cool shapes, yeah.
Some crazy shoes.
And again,
Yeah.
with the dark lip. So
Yeah.
Again with the
definitely
dark
a
lip,
trend.
yeah.
We found a new trend.
And the light hair, too.
Yeah, and the
that's
red.
last one,
Red
too.
seems to be the big fall color.
Yeah, exactly.
Who knows?
So, we'll see.
All right, on to our next one.
Okay, so this one was J. Crew. This one was also one of my favorites. And this one I feel is more the clothes that you could wear every day. Maybe not
Definitely.
necessarily these together. I mean, if you could pull it off, you could pull it off, if
I
you
wouldn't,
wear it.
but,
I don't know if I could
Yeah.
wear this. Maybe separately, but
Maybe like in the city.
yeah,
In New York,
exactly.
maybe,
but a lot of the stuff, again, this is a more sophisticated look, and I thought, the pointy shoes, the patterns they have, they mixed and matched a lot of the patterns, which I really liked.
Yeah.
So, and again, with the colors, they had a lot of bold colors, a lot of bold shapes and
Very rich,
lines.
rich colors.
Yeah, exactly, which I really liked.
Not necessarily
So.
bright, but
Yeah,
rich.
exactly.
Yeah.
J. Crew is actually one of my favorite shows, like
Oh, yeah.
because it was so commercial and it was so like I
Yeah.
could really like, oh, I can see that in the store.
Right.
And I know that I was able to kind of like pop my head into fitting, and I know that they were inspired by Jenna Lyons, their stylist, and like I think
Okay.
she's either a creative director or the creative designer or something like that
Okay.
for them. And I like all the shoes were the same but in different prints.
That's what I
metallics.
love.
Yeah.
I love
the
shoes.
shoes.
I
They
love
have
pointy
great
feet.
shoes,
You know, it's
yeah.
so classic, and I think if they bring that into the fall, look, I think that's just
You'll own a
brings it
pair?
all together. Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
love that.
They
I love
really
that
hit it out of the
style.
park. I think someone could find everything in that collection.
exactly. Yep.
All right. Onward to our next show. This is Nicole Miller. I have to be honest, I was a huge fan.
Yeah.
Definitely some, crazy colors,
It's a
but
little more retro.
I
looking.
mean, I could see myself wearing some of this. I like how it was toned down with the black, but I really like the rich colors and patterns and kind of like, the purple to yellow, like the extreme kind of contrast.
looks like different fabrics. too.
Yeah, I really
Textures.
liked her color palette, and so I think you'll definitely be seeing a lot of these colors come fall.
Yeah, hopefully a lot of bright, bold colors. I think that's
Yeah.
another pattern like we were talking about earlier, which would be really nice because, in the fall it can get kind of depressing with the cold weather, and,
Yeah.
a little bit of color is always nice.
Brighten
So,
up the
yeah,
day.
exactly.
Yeah, no, I think this would be a nice addition to
Yeah.
someone's fall wardrobe.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
the kind of
exactly.
boho vibe.
Yeah,
Reminds me of Rachel's
definitely.
a little bit.
Exactly. Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. So,
All right. And lastly, I have the
Rebecca Minkoff.
the Rebecca Minkoff. How could I forget Rebecca Minkoff? And again, I enjoyed the color palette, the rich colors. I don't know that I would walk around in turquoise pants
Spandex.
or turquoise striped pants, but I liked the colors. I could see it. I mean, I could see someone wearing like that
Maybe
sweater.
the separate pieces. Yeah, exactly.
Definitely,
That's
yeah.
a lot
Separate
with these
them.
shows. I think it's separate pieces,
Right.
not necessarily what you're.
And
you're
a
gonna
lot
wear
of them are
together.
just more or less ideas for what's going to come.
Inspiration. Yeah, exactly.
Someone will design a dress inspired off of that sweater or
Right,
that
exactly.
blouse. So I definitely think I'd like to wear some of
Yeah, I like the metallics.
Rebecca Minkoff's inspired clothing. Definitely. So, and the color palette is just great. So,
Agreed.
yeah.
Okay.
All right.
That's what we have for our favorite shows. So now that we've discussed some of the best in fashion in the celeb world, it's time to talk about some of the best in fashion right here on Loyola's campus. So let's see who made our lookers of the week.
Rachel, I am really excited about this week's competition. We had some really great and
Really good
very
entries.
stylish entries.
I agree.
I was very impressed with Loyola. So if you didn't win our contest for the week, feel free to resubmit yourselves because honestly,
It's a weekly contest.
yeah,
So
every week we're picking a
never
new
know.
male and new female. So if you think you're good looking and we think you're good looking, we'll choose you. So for our male winner of the week, it's Jonas Nisley. He's a sophomore. So if any of you know him, seek him out on campus and tell him that he looks great.
And our female winner was Erica Pazmino. She's a senior. And again, congratulations. We thought you had really good style.
Yeah.
So.
You look great. You dress impeccable taste.
Exactly.
Impeccable taste.
Yep. So if you want to be considered one of our favorite dressed people on Loyola, or at Loyola, or if you have a friend or classmate or even professor you consider to have great style, be sure to upload their picture on our Facebook page or tweet us at our Twitter account.
And for more fashion news and articles, make sure to check out our website at loyolalooks.wordpress.com. And as always,
Style on Loyola!